Starting it all off, we got down here, this is my pet flock. So as you can tell by the name of the chicken flock, it's a pretty chill flock that's specifically meant for pet chickens. Let me just let this one in real quick. But either way though, we got 3 pretty old chickens in this flock. And by pretty old, I mean these chickens were born in 2020. 2 of them are right there, that black and white one, that's a barred rock. Let me get a little bit closer for you guys. That's our barred rock, and that's a Buff Orpington. Our other one is going broody here in the box, which at this point, honestly, I'm just going to give her some baby chickens to hatch out because she's been doing this way too frequently. The other chickens are actually quite a bit younger. Like this chicken right here and that chicken right there are all around 1 to 2 years old. And we also have this chicken right here who's not even a year old. She was causing issues in the other flocks. We decided to move her over here. Now this flock is just kind of where we transfer some chickens to live a much more peaceful lifestyle. As the chickens in this flock I find to be a lot more chill around people, whereas the other flock tends to be a whole lot more flighty. But either way though, let's move on to that flock. Now moving on, of course, we got this flock right here, which is our production flock, or as I like to call them, our farm flock. Now these are the guys that are going to be laying us these eggs more frequently than the rest. As you would likely notice, right in here, we got a plethora of eggs, and by a plethora of eggs, I mean 5 eggs, but that's what's up, you know. This flock is a lot younger, they lay a lot more frequently, and this flock has a very bright future ahead of them. As I was saying, they got some new chickens in the barn right there, which we'll go into there in just a couple minutes. But either way though, this flock is quite a difficult flock to maintain. However, as it's so easy for a chicken to just end up getting killed. Now just yesterday morning, we actually lost one of the chickens in this flock, as you could probably tell by the abundance of feathers over here. I have no clue what got into here. I'm gonna guess like a bobcat or a coyote came in here and took one of our leg bar chickens, which just so conveniently happened to be our only one left. But you know, the bobcat or coyote doesn't waste any time in taking some free food, and I guess that's just the one that it liked the most, or the one that just wasn't meant to live. I mean, natural selection really does take place very frequently in this flock. As you can tell by the numbers, we have 13 chickens in this flock, but they're all pretty nice, they're pretty chill chickens, and I like this flock a whole lot because of the bright future they have ahead of them. Now, I'm not too sure I've shown you guys these chickens yet, but we actually do have an additional 19 chickens right here in this hoop coop right here. Now these chickens aren't going to be added to that farm flock down there, and that's for just one specific reason. As you probably guessed, these are our meat chickens. We usually don't really do them in the fall months, but because we weren't able to get any in the spring, and these were the earliest chickens we could possibly get, we decided to ultimately do a quick little fall batch. Now these guys are at their phase right now where they're their most physically active, which is why they like testing the limits. And just yesterday, there was a little gap right here, and they just crawled right under it and went right into the bush. It was a pain trying to get them out of there. Now, so right now we have 19 or 18 chickens. I believe it's 19. I'll have to double check though. But either way though, these chickens are going to ultimately end up on the dinner table within around the next 5 or so weeks. So sometime before the end of September, these guys should be in the freezer downstairs. Now, in case you're wondering, these chickens don't lay eggs. And as a matter of fact, if you keep them living any longer than what we intend on them living for, then they're going to start dealing with significant complications, which is why these are the chickens that you kill, not the egg layers down there, as those guys can live up to 10 years without any issues. These guys can barely make it to 10 weeks without any issues. Now this is brand new as of recording this on Monday, but we got some brand new baby chickens in here. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but these are day-old chickens, just hatched yesterday and shipped out this morning. We picked up some brand new chickens now. I'm not really sure what breeds we got. We originally ordered a lot of Barred Rocks and Buff Orpingtons to go into here, but as of right now, there is a grand total of 0 Barred Rocks and Buff Orpingtons in here because of one specific reason. They didn't hatch out as many as they intended to hatch out, which just simply means that yes, these guys are all different breeds. We got some Leghorns in here though. That's a brand new one we're introducing here. We got some Gold Lace Wyandottes, not the silver ones because those guys suck. And we also have, I believe, a Rhode Island Red in here somewhere if I'm not mistaken. If not, it's something completely different that I'm not picking up on in here. But either way though, as you guys can tell, they're getting along pretty nicely. Now this is a brand new phase. There's 23 chickens in here. And by the end of this week, this number will probably not be the same because they're brand new. And most brand new chickens tend to have at least 1 or 2 that just simply don't make it past the first week. So stay up to date. I'll be posting about these guys a lot on YouTube Shorts. So if you didn't already, you should click that notification bell to see what happens around the channel pretty frequently. But anyway, so if you enjoy watching videos about what happens on a small farm here up in the Northeast, then you should click that like and subscribe button, as I post videos like this every single Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday that are high quality and entertaining to watch. But before you leave, don't forget to click this video here in the center of the screen, which shows you guys how to properly raise chickens in literally just 2.5 minutes. It's high quality, and I'll trust you guys, and trust me, y'all will enjoy that video. So I'll see you guys there. God bless, and have a good rest of your day.